Now let's move on to the auto sector. Now, after yesterday's fall, today as well, you are seeing cuts. I think Bajaj Auto once again should come up for you on your screen. The sell-off precipitated once the Bajaj Auto management said that they're cautious about festive demand. So far, it's only been 1 to 2%. And at best, according to them, it should be 5 to 6%. There you have it. Bajaj Auto still down more than 2%. So to talk more about it, Gautham Sai Polavarapu, Director of Unity Motorworks and a member of FADA, and Abhishek Gaoshinde, Deputy Vice President Research Sharekhan at BNP Paribas, joining in. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining in. Gautham, come in. Bajaj Auto has told us that things are looking bleak, but some of the registration data seems to suggest that it's not as bad on the ground. So what is your data throwing up in terms of retail sales, registrations, and the outlook for the festive season, the numbers you're building?
So basically from the retail point of view and the dealership point of view, we operate in rural part of India in Andhra Pradesh, and the overall growth anticipation for the whole festive thing came majorly from two-wheelers and commercial vehicles and three-wheelers in and around the festivity. Obviously, there has been a little slowdown on the passenger vehicle side. But as you rightly said, that the registration data shows year-on-year growth also, because obviously brands like TVS or Bajaj or Hero are doing good on the export sides, as well as coming up with new products. And overall, I would feel that auto industry is going through a transformation. Where earlier we only had fuel-based vehicles. Now we also have new energy vehicles, which is the EV sector or the hybrids and all of that. So a little bit of confusion among the customer, which product to choose and which vehicle to ride on. But apart from that, when you compare it with probably the last year festival, obviously the rural India did respond well for us in our dealership areas.
Gentlemen, good morning. Prashant here. Abhishek, if I can come to you, what did you make of Bajaj's comment yesterday? And the stock was down sharply that, so far in the festive season, which is 10 days or so, they've seen 1 to 2% growth. For the entire season, they're seeing between 5 and 6% growth. This is for the festive period. Did that come I think it did come as a surprise for markets, right? And what to make of it?
Yes, broadly it is surprising, because whatever the feedback we have been getting from the markets, other OEMs, ancillary players, and the other stakeholders, they are indicating for a better growth prospects in this festive season compared to the previous year. Although currently only the 20% of the festive period has been gone, but so far the feedback which the street and we are getting was positive. But Bajaj commentary was quite surprising, even though the result was almost in line with the estimates, adjusting to that 211 crore kind of for this one-time provisions. But because of this particular commentary, it has impacted the Bajaj Auto stock price as well as the overall sector. But beyond that, what is that? There is a catch-up was there. So beyond that, at certain point of a time, it was quite difficult to justify that the price point at which the stock was trading before the result season. So some kind of correction was expected.
Yeah. Abhishek, and just to be clear, we are talking about retail sales, right? Not wholesale.
Yes.
Retail.
Yes, it's not wholesale. See, what happened that this 30 to 40 days period is more for the retail sales. So if I can give you the background, that in last year also what has happened, that during the Navratri period, the passenger vehicle sales were tepid. But after this Navratri, the sales has picked up, and the passenger car segment ended with a 10% kind of a growth in the last year. Although for this year base is high, and in the passenger car segment things were not so bright. But in two-wheeler segment, whatever the feedback we are getting from the other stakeholders, they are quite optimistic, and their performance is as per the plans. And see, in the first half, now see, in quarter 1 it was a heat wave, and then we have a Shraddha period and all these things. So some kind of a pent-up demand is also there. So we have been in a view that this festive season will hold good for the two-wheeler sector also.
Okay, all right. Hi, Abhishek, and good morning. Good to see you, Ben. What's the approach, though? After yesterday's fall, everyone's wondering whether or not a stock that was the toast till now. Everyone was, saying Bajaj Auto is the stock to look at. After the 10% fall in today, as well as seeing some follow through, how would you approach the two-wheeler names, and what's the pecking order?
Yes, there are 2-3 things in this poll. It is not all about this commentary also. Even if you see that Hero MotoCorp has already been corrected by almost 10-13% in last 1 month. So there is a seasonality comes into the play. Generally, if you take the data for the last 15 years, so during the October or in November, in 1 month gives you a negative return in this auto index, except in the 3 occasions. And most of the occasions, this auto index has given negative returns either in October or in November. And there are only 3 occasions where the positive returns. So one is the seasonality. Second thing is that in this particular, in the running quarter, the growth in automobile sector is expected to be moderate. We were expecting just 2% kind of a growth in the overall revenue from the sector due to the high base. So high base is catching up. And third is that before that, we have seen a strong outperformance. So, and beyond that, if you see after the festive season, we are not seeing a healthy, you can say, a continuation of this retail sales. So obviously the wholesales will moderate. And if you compare it to the previous year, so what would happen in the Q3 is that you will be entering into the inventory adjustment mode, and previous or Q3 was the inventory build-up mode because of the change in the festive. Things are accumulating in this quarter, and on top of that, the Bajaj Auto's commentary has impacted the performance. Now going forward, what we see that post this correction, again the valuations have been corrected. So if we assume that the Q3 would be moderate and the Q4 where we have a lumpiness in this marriage season, so some kind of a demand would come up or the overall consumption pattern will revive. We continue to have our top pick in overall auto pack as the Tata Motors and the Hero MotoCorp. Hero MotoCorp largely because of the valuation per se, and the Tata Motors we are expecting H2 would be better than that of the H1, and that thought would continue.
So Gautham, if you could just give numbers, the retail sales so far for individual segments, two-wheeler, CVs, tractor and passenger vehicles, what are the numbers that we've seen in sales and even in registrations?
So basically, like if you see, just to add on to what Abhishek ji said, the major demand is coming from the rural side of it, and with two-wheelers, especially in EVs, two-wheelers had seen approx of 9% growth, and commercial vehicles, which are the e-bus segment and the overall the large fleet vehicle segment has increased by the two digits. And when you see, like obviously, like as we speak, like the reason why a company like TVS Motors is also growing is it's not just the demand in India only, but also the export numbers are also growing. So the companies, basically the Indian companies have started exporting, like TVS or Hero and Bajaj. And when you see the passenger vehicle, definitely as a segment is struggling because of high inventory among the dealers also. And overall, there is a degrowth with the passenger vehicles because again, the shift from the regular ICE engines to NEV vehicles is yes, anticipated on that side. And so and then three-wheeler segment also, as we see, is growing. The major growth contribution and the growth driver is the EV vehicle.
Okay.
And,
Got it. Got it. All right. We appreciate you joining in, gentlemen, to help us out with a quick analysis of the auto space. We look forward to having you all back in the next couple of weeks to further discuss this particular issue.